Hello, I'm here with Ken and Isaac of Billboard Uniforms. How are you guys doing?
Very good, thank you very much.
Yeah, excellent, thanks.
Tell us a little bit about the company.
Well, we do custom uniforms for hospitality, corporate businesses. It's all dye sublimation, which is a process of heat infusing the ink into the fibers of the fabric. It's completely customizable from top to bottom. Every panel of the garment is customizable, and
Yeah, the difference between what you just described and the normal process is what?
So the normal process would be, let's say, like a shirt you're wearing, or that shirt would be pre-made, and then to decorate it or put any type of branding on it, you would then go to a silk screener or an embroiderer, and they'd put a left chest, and let's say that would be a little left chest here, or maybe simple silk screening, which is over the surface of the garment. We actually take blank fabric, raw fabric, we dye it using this process, and then it's actually cut and sewn to shape. So in our case, we're able to, let's say a restaurant has spent so much money on their branding and their coloring and everything, we're able to exactly duplicate that across every square inch of that garment. So it's not a left chest, it's not a simple silk screen, it's permanently infused into the garment, including if you were going into backgrounds, and everything can be the collars. Every square inch we can put names, individual personal names, we can do specials, we can do everything, and it's completely colored, custom colored and custom done to that individual restaurant's branding. Okay.
So you're doing the full shirt here. Everything
you
is
have
on
to
here.
picture this as you put a white sheet of
shirt,
paper,
yeah.
and we've put everything, every square inch, front and back. Okay, so it makes an enormous difference in terms of we do very small minimums. You can do 10-piece minimums. So as a first order, and then after that it could be one piece. So, and it's surprisingly affordable.
So you're saving money.
Saving money might be the wrong term. If you're asking me, so if you're asking us, are we as inexpensive as a white cotton T-shirt?
Yeah.
No. But the difference is here is if somebody had gone to a restaurant and said, I'm going to have you put an advertisement on a chair bench, and I want you to pay $1,000 for it, you go, well, maybe that's good marketing for me. We're saying to you, for what amounts to just a few dollars, maybe more than a T-shirt, you have your walking billboards, your staff fully driving your brand, and consumer acceptance and the consumer belief about your restaurant is that the quality of the restaurant and the quality of the garment, it drives it.
So certainly the value is...
From a value equation, we kill it. If you're asking us, if all you're worried about is a white T-shirt or a black T-shirt with the cheapest silk screening, one, I feel bad for you as a restaurant. Is things that tight, or you've not looked at the opportunity that you have with that staff to walk around and really, you fretted over the colors in your restaurant, you fretted over the cutlery, the silverware, everything that's in your restaurant, and then you sort of gave up at the
You
last
skimp on the apparel.
which is, that walk. We all put sandwich boards outside of our restaurant because that drives business.
Yeah.
You have the ability to make essentially the people that work with you not only color coordinated, but driving business. It could be as simple as ask us about desserts on the back of it because that's what we're known for or something. And that extra business you drive more than pays for any differences that you're dealing with here.
Well, I tell you, the stuff I'm looking at right here, your samples are just gorgeous.
Thank you.
And it's the curb appeal of the restaurant.
You get it. I tend to dominate conversation after a while, so I'll leave it like that.
Yeah, Isaac, so what would be the turnaround time for something like this for a restaurant?
So approximately 4 weeks. We actually offer all of our artwork services for free. So we have a team of graphic artists that will take your logo, your branding, and do a deep dive into your social media, and then create a digital mock-up for you. And once that's done, it's about 4 weeks to get the shirts delivered to you.
And we don't charge for that service. We want to be partnered with you to say, okay, we know that, our belief is that once a restaurant goes this route, they're never going to go back to a silk screen or a left chest embroidery. It's not going to go that way.
Yeah, I'm certainly very impressed with this. Anything else you guys want to add?
No, I guess the challenge is that from a competitive standpoint or a competition in this, everybody does the exact same thing. They've made huge investments in it, so they're going to be extremely reluctant, let's say would be the politest way to offer something like this. The other thing that is an advantage over some of our competition is that we stock fabric. We never are out of stock. So
That's important.
we custom make this to order. So, you know, you could buy that blue shirt from somebody and maybe put a left chest, but next year that might be a different dye lot, might be a different thing. We actually recreate this from scratch every single time. And again, the biggest difference that people don't understand is they think that's a $100 shirt when it's really, you know, if you're paying $15 for a t-shirt, we might be $19 for a t-shirt. Yeah. So it's not a huge difference when you drive all the branding that goes with it. It's so small a difference.
Yeah, I think it's terrific. I love going into restaurants and seeing people uniformed, exquisite.
Exactly.
It really does set the whole thing, you know?
And like we can even do a single piece where we'll say, okay, well, you know, 9 of the 10 pieces are, let's say, blue, and but maybe the one piece is red, and that's the manager. We can very easily customize, and we do delivery jackets, we do, you know, chef wear, so front of house, back of house, delivery, everything associated with reserve management jackets. Merchandise, so if they want merchandise, whether it's bags or towels or things like that, we can do that. We have a line of headwear that's going to be coming out very, very soon. Okay. So, yeah, really exciting times.
So, you guys are in British Columbia?
We are, yeah. We're part of a larger corporation that is the manufacturing end of our arm, a company called Fancy Sports Gear. So they are the largest sublimation facility in the world. And you know, from a capacity standpoint, and that we do our main business is, we're new to this side a lot. Our main business is in the sporting goods side, so we manufacture team uniforms and things like that, which also works in the restaurant because people want to, you know, if it's baseball season, they'll put everybody in baseball uniforms, but branded to the restaurant. So,
well, sports bars, I mean.
Yeah, absolutely.
We're sponsoring teams as well.
But we have the capacity to supply an industry like this. It's a huge industry, and we're looking forward to getting the name out for what we do.
Well, I love what you guys are doing here. Best of luck to you here at the show.
Thank you very much.
What is the exhibit number here again for people watching?
1654.
1654 in the South Hall, NRA 23. Come on down, see these guys. It's wonderful stuff.
Thank you very much, Chris.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Thank you very much, guys.
Thanks. Okay, I'm here with Juan. He's the co-founder, one of the founders of Bear Robotics. Juan, how are you?
I'm doing well. It's a pleasure to be here with you today. Thank you so much for coming by, and we're really looking forward to speaking to you about all the latest and greatest things that we're actually working on right now to hopefully really change the future of work for the restaurant industry.
Indeed. Well, it's a pleasure to be here and meet you. I love what you're doing here at the show. It's a great display. And for all of you who are still going to come down and who are receiving this message on Sunday, come on down to the North Hall, exhibit 6238, and visit with Juan. He's going to tell you all about these wonderful robots he has here. So talk to us a little bit about what's in front of us right now.
What you have in front of you is a new product we have called ServiLift. And ServiLift is a product that's going to be going up and down elevators to deliver everything from your DoorDash orders, to your Uber Eats orders, to your groceries, to your Amazon packages, to your FedEx packages, and it's even going to carry things. It's actually got a pretty big space to carry a lot of different things. It's got 4 different compartments, so it can go from room to room. Yeah. If it's a hotel, it can go to it will be able to deliver anything and everything from your McDonald's packages to even your coffees, right to your conference room and or even to your cubicle. So what it will allow is really an integration of both your food ordering to your delivery. And it's really kind of meant to be, a lot of people talk about last mile delivery, so this is kind of like the last half mile delivery of everything inside of a building. So we're able to basically going to become your indoor Uber or your indoor Uber Eats, essentially, within the 4 walls of a building in a multi-story capability.
That's just awesome. Here it is again there. Laura, take a shot of it again with the doors opening up here. That's really cool. Look at that. That's fantastic, isn't it? I just love the functionality of this. The engineering is magnificent.
Thank you very much. I mean, the way of how things are going in the future, everything will be very super connected and very smart. Smart buildings, smart cities. So our robots will not only tie in directly to elevators, but they'll actually be able to tie back into what you're doing directly too, obviously, as you order things or as you need things. So you'll be able to call them for anything and everything to come pick up things or deliver things to you. In the food space, it's really important because a lot of times now, when things are delivered, especially your food, it's kind of left downstairs for a lobby attendant to have to basically tell you to come pick it up or them to have to bring it to you. Those menial tasks essentially are now going to be taken by robots because it's a task that a human doesn't really want to have to do anymore, and so automation plays really, really well in those situations where it's a task that we don't want to do anymore, so it's a task that you want to use a tool for. Very similar to kind of like how the dishwasher was good for dishwashers.
Right.
These are going to be very good for mankind in general because it's going to take on the tasks that we really prefer to hand off to tools to
Yeah, I
use.
tell you, between Chat GPT and artificial intelligence and now and robotics coming to where it is, well, we can always enjoy good food as humans anyway.
That's a good point because a lot of what's been talked about recently. Remember, ChatGPT has been introduced only about 18 to 20 weeks ago, and imagine the splash that it's making. So artificial intelligence, even with the combination of robotics, will be certainly probably one of the biggest things to come in our lifetime.
Mm-hmm.
And we certainly know that because it's going to really change the way that we do things daily. And every interaction that you have, whether it's on your phone, in your workplace, or even how you use these tools, we really hope that it's all meant to basically make us more efficient and improve mankind, hopefully.
That's fantastic stuff. Well, let's talk about the restaurant application.
Sure, absolutely.
Should we walk over?
Sure, yeah, absolutely.
Let's do that. We have this guy here. Tell us a little bit about what this man is doing.
Sure. So what you have here is our new product called Servi Plus. And Servi Plus, one of the greatest benefits of it, as you can see, it's able to go up as high as a 7-degree ramp. And in the US, you have the Americans with Disabilities Act, which is you have to, typically a ramp has to be at a minimum of 5 degrees, and this can actually handle up to 7 degrees. We designed this in a very similar way that the Mars rover base was actually designed. As you can see, it's able to go through not only different types of flooring, you've got wood flooring, you've got tile flooring, you even have carpeting.
Variety of surfaces.
And so we're able to actually enclose things, so if it's going through a very public space, food can be enclosed.
Yeah.
It's able to carry quite a bit. It can carry nearly 60 to 20 dishes. It can carry up to 88 pounds. It's kind of a little mini beast if you think about it. It's like an SUV version of our initial product called Servi. And it's really great because the stability on it allows us to really carry all kinds of things, including liquids. We've even carried nearly an entirely full pint of beer going up and down a ramp, believe it or not.
Oh, wow.
The stability for liquid delivery is really important because, as you know, in the food space, the menus of most items, you have more than 50% of how a restaurant really makes their money sometimes is based on not only it could be the drinks that they sell and things like that. So you want to be able to actually do that, especially with this type of a solution.
Yeah.
So it's really important for us to be able to deliver liquids in a very safe way. And this is catered towards that, so we can actually deliver pretty much everything on the menu.
It's a key profit center for sure, and that helps with that.
So you can actually leave things either open or you can close them. So for example, if it's going through a very, very public setting, they may want to enclose it. If not, if it's in a restaurant, they can actually leave it open. The good thing about this robot is that it's very, very interchangeable. So you can have 4 levels.
I see.
You can have 3 levels,
Yeah.
or you can have 2. It's really interchangeable to take out the number of levels. The nice
Change
thing,
all of that out. Okay.
we also designed it so that it highlights the food. Okay,
Yeah.
so you see that the lights actually highlight the food. A lot of what a restaurateur does is they spend so much effort on the food and the service. So
Yes.
we want to make sure that all their hard work and effort is really, really highlighted in this, and then the quality of the food that they're providing. So that's another design thing that we actually really wanted to place and emphasize, so that when the food comes to you, it's an event.
Okay.
It's actually something that we want to continue to kind of make the service aspect next to the food quality. The service aspect is probably the second most important thing when it comes to, if not the first most important thing, when it comes to actually your experience at a restaurant. So those are things that we have actually developed as a part of the design of the new product.
So the robot delivers the food to the table
Yes, it does.
based on I see little sensors on the tables here,
Yes.
and so it knows where to go. And then the diner can either remove the food themselves, or there is a server that's going to do that as well.
So what we wanted to showcase is, so these are fully self-driving robots. The reason you see those things on the tables, those are called call me buttons. They're not really sensors. And so you can actually press that button, and a robot will come to you. They're highly used by the serving staff because if a table is done, and let's say you have a party of 6 or 8 people, now all you have to do is place those dirty dishes onto a robot, and the robot will take it back to the dishwashing area. The human that actually was taking on that load of carrying 35 to 45 to 55 pounds no longer has to do that. A lot of times why people actually kind of come in and come out of the restaurant industry is because of it's a very backbreaking work. And so what we're trying to do is take that backbreaking work off of the plate of that serving staff so they can actually be more attentive, turn more tables, or even be more kind of client or guest experience focused.
Sure.
What's ended up happening, and our story is unique because we actually owned a restaurant ourselves, and we owned a restaurant in our neck of the woods in the Bay Area in Milpitas, and that's how we created our first prototype. We actually saw that our serving staff, when we had our initial prototype, actually were spending a lot more time with their guests. Their tip income went up by 28% because of the fact that they were.
That's quite a lot.
Yeah, over a period of 18 months, it was really interesting to measure that because it allowed us to understand, well, with the use of robotics and artificial intelligence, these tools for the hardworking people of this industry, it can actually elevate the overall culture of the future of work for what this industry will be. So it's really, really important to really note that, and I think one thing we're trying to do is make the overall environment of working in a restaurant just much more efficient. And that's the goal with introducing this product into this industry.
That's fantastic.
Let me show you a few things.
Okay.
Another thing that actually is really, really important to highlight now that we're actually working with, we're opening up a new market with the quick service restaurants, is when you and I go to a Panera Bread, or if we go to a Chick-fil-A or a McDonald's, or even a food hall.
That's right.
What's really, you can go and take this and sit anywhere. You know, you don't have to, it doesn't have to be a casual restaurant with booths and it's all fixed, a fixed environment. It can be in an unstructured environment. You take this and you go sit down at any table. You can recognize where you're seated, and then a robot, once your order is ready, will just come deliver it to you.
Okay.
You'll finish, you'll get your order, you'll pick up the food. There are weight sensors on every single level of the robot, so it will recognize that you've taken the food, you'll place this right back, and they'll bring it right back to you. So it doesn't necessarily have to be a beautifully fixed, all booth, easy layout situation. Now we can actually do this with really any layout or any restaurant. So we will be hopefully in food halls and airports.
That's what I was going to say.
It will be obviously it could be in any quick service venue as well, which is terrific. So that opens up a lot of, the integration with this certainly helps because it's not as, it doesn't have to be this unique, perfect layout. It actually be any layout that we actually can operate in.
Yeah, I mean, a number of applications come to my mind immediately in terms of big food warehouses where people are sitting in long tables.
Correct.
They just have to take that with them to their table,
Yes.
sit down, enjoy the beer,
Yes.
and wait for the food to show up.
Yes.
It's
It helps when it comes to efficiencies. A lot of times what happens is you're in these long lines, and the folks that are behind the counter have to manage that line, but they also have to bring out your food to you. So now what it's helping is with that friction, meaning the line can be actually moved faster, folks can be seated faster, and then the piece of taking the person away from actually trying to manage that order, they can just place the food on the robot. The robot will take it out to them, and that piece kind of helps with the overall efficiency of kind of seating people and bringing people
fantastic. It's fantastic.
That's the overall goal and mission with the help in this particular space.
The customer experience goes straight up.
Correct. That's the goal. Is we want to put these tools in robotics in general. When it's helping people, it's really the true North Star of what we're hoping for, which is to help the operator, to help the employees, really, really important. And then as a result, the guest experience usually is elevated. So you hit the trifecta, and that's usually that's our kind of core mission at our company. is to make sure that we're providing products that will do that for the restaurant industry.
Juan, awesome.
Thank you.
Thank you very much for everything.
Thank you for our local Bay Area representation too. Really
My
appreciate it.
pleasure. Great to meet you.
Great to meet you as well. Thank you so much for having us.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Well, hi, I'm here with Joanne from Calcana, USA. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Outstanding. Great show today. It's getting busier.
Absolutely.
Nice. Okay. Well, Joanna, tell us a little bit about the company.
So we do infrared heaters, tube heaters mostly. We just came out with a new electric heater. We've been in business for about 35 years now, founded by John Vansack in Calgary, Alberta, and then we since moved down to Loxley, Alabama as well.
Okay, yes. You have Alberta, Canada. So you have Loxley, Alberta.
Loxley, Alabama is where one of our facilities is, and then
That's
the other
confusing.
is in Canada as well.
It's funny. It's a little bit confusing, yeah. For me, anyway. Cool. So So you have gas heaters and you have electric heaters.
That's right. So here we have our gas infrared tube heaters.
Okay.
We are featuring our 5-foot and our 10-foot here, our high output, fully stainless steel.
Uh-huh.
And then this year, this is our brand new product, our electric patio heater.
Okay.
That's come out this year.
Okay. So, Laura? All right. She's taking a shot of that there. And come on over here, Laura, and take a shot of this one. This is a brand new product that you're bringing out?
Yep, this one here is our prototype. It's coming out this year in 2023.
Right, okay. And why? What's great about this product here?
Well, there's a lot of applications where you're not able to use gas heaters these days. A lot of people are enclosing their patios.
Yeah.
And this solves the problem with exhaust.
That's a big deal, I think,
Yeah.
right?
And there are some areas that are going gas-free and steering more towards electric.
Okay. Yeah, I really feel the heat coming off of this thing right now.
Yeah, absolutely. It works well.
It feels really nice. It's attractive also. So good. Okay. So what other, any other products you want to talk about here at all? Or you have this sort of thing, multi-unit installations?
Yeah, we do a lot of restaurants with multi-unit installations, and the wonderful thing about using our heaters in a restaurant is it really increases your patio season.
Okay.
Which allows you to serve a lot more people
Right.
for a longer period of time, especially even going into the evening.
Yeah.
People get a little chilly, they tend to leave. Well, if you have one of our heaters, they can stay, continue enjoying their meal, continue ordering, and having a great time.
And I mean, you're really ahead of the curve a little bit with these ceramics because the gas heaters, most people use gas when you go out to a place. You have the little burners that sit in a tower right by you.
Yeah.
And so it's not terribly attractive, they make noise, and they're not terribly healthy.
Yeah.
So this is a great solution for that.
Absolutely. We find that a lot of people are really going away from those, especially when they're in the way of the servers. You're constantly maneuvering around them, filling them back up. Our heaters are up, out of the way, overhead, providing a lot more heat coverage as well. With a mushroom style heater, a lot of the time the heat is going out instead of down where the customers are.
Yeah. Awesome. Great. Well, sounds like a great product, folks. Come on down. This is NRA 23, booth 3451 in the South Hall. Check it out. Come visit Joanne. She'll tell you all about them.
Absolutely. We have 40% off during the show as well.
40% off. 2023 NRA. Come on down. Check it out. Joanne, thank you.
Thank you so much.
Okay, cool.
Take care.
Hello, I'm here with Harold Milby of Cardinal Architectural. How are you?
Doing great, doing great.
Good, yeah. Looks like it's going to be a good show today. Lots of people here already, Saturday morning. And so tell us, Harold, what is it that you do here exactly?
So we're a shade solution company.
Okay.
Our flagship product is our motorized pergola that opens and closes.
Okay.
It's America's #1 selling motorized pergola.
And here it is up here above us, and you can see it operating.
Absolutely. It opens and closes with the touch of a button.
And
It's
so
rainproof when it's closed, so you have sun when you want it,
here it is closed. Beautiful.
and then you have shade or rain protection when you need it.
Okay. So this is substantially different than other movable shade structures that I have seen in the past, where you have large canvas type things, isn't it?
Correct.
That you have to open and close. There's a big thing to do with that.
Correct. And what makes this different is that this has a 20-year warranty, so you're not going to have to replace it. It's made from all extruded aluminum, so there's nothing to rust.
Oh, beautiful.
Yeah, and so it'll last a lifetime.
Okay. And so, how long is the installation process for something like this?
Installation process depends on the size.
Okay.
But even a substantial size, you're talking about 3 days.
Wow, that's fast.
Yeah. And we're the manufacturer, so we extrude the aluminum, we powder coat it, fabricate it all in our factories.
Okay.
And it gives us kind of a leg up just because we control the entire process.
And so, can this be used in all environments? Heat, sun, rain, cold, snow, whatever?
Absolutely. The paint that we use is made for harsh weather conditions, and we also have engineering that meets all local building codes, even Dade County, Florida, with 180 mile an hour wind loads.
And that's actually a very good point. Because you can get the wind as a problem with all these protective shelters. So this is a great product. What else do you guys do?
So we do have a canvas system as well,
Okay.
and we also have a standard pergola as well, and then we have other things that go with this product, which is heaters, shade screens, privacy walls.
Again, all dependent on what part of the country these restaurants are in.
Absolutely,
Things like
absolutely.
that.
And it's all custom size, custom layout designs.
Okay.
So it doesn't matter. We do odd shapes, which is very unique to us. We do things like octagons and radiuses that nobody else can do.
Okay, awesome. Well, I love it. I love this product. I think it's really great. It's a great idea. You know, we've seen so many of these structures over the years come and go at this show, and this one seems to really answer a lot of, make a lot of solutions anyway.
Absolutely.
In a lot of ways.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Anything else you'd like to add, Harold?
No, just go to newpatiocover.com and you'll be able to see all the different products that we carry, and it's all American made.
Beautiful. And you're at booth 1660 in the South Hall at NRA 23. You're watching this tomorrow. Come on, pop on into the show here and say hello to Harold.
Absolutely.
It's great
Love to see
stuff. Okay, great. Thanks. Thank you, Harold.
Appreciate it.
You got it. Okay, I'm here with Rick at ELO. And Rick, tell us a little bit about what you've got going on here.
Sure. So ELO is a hardware manufacturer. About 52 years ago, we actually invented the touch screen. So what we do for the restaurant space is work with a lot of the software vendors. So we concentrate on hardware and sell through the channel. So we have a bunch of partners on the software side. We provide systems anywhere from KDS touchscreen displays to point of sale systems, self-service kiosks, really anything you can imagine throughout the restaurant. If it has a touch point to technology, it's likely that we do something about it. So we do screens ranging in size anywhere from 5.5-inch handheld computers all the way through 65-inch touch screens.
Wow.
We are built with a unified architecture, making support for the restaurants extremely easy. So if you have our KDS, it's the same drivers and same support technology you would use for the point of sale system or the self-order kiosk.
Okay.
We specialize in Android, but we do plenty of things in Windows, Linux as well. But we were actually the first commercially approved Android team on the hardware side. So we have a ton of hardware solutions through Android as well. So like I said, work with a lot of software partners throughout here.
You mentioned that before. So is that different from other companies offering touchscreen services? I mean, a lot of software partners?
So a lot of them are doing both hardware and software. So a lot of the bigger point of sale systems are hardware manufacturers as well as software developers. Right. We're starting to see that change a little, where the ones that are doing both are starting to concentrate a little bit more on the software side.
Right.
That's really where our specialty is we remain on the hardware side.
Okay.
So we're able to provide that product for a long period of time without threat of competition.
Okay.
We work with, on the restaurant side, we probably have over 300 software partners that utilize our hardware.
So so you're able to service a diversity of restaurant clients with relative ease, correct?
Absolutely, yeah.
So
we can go anywhere from the brand that has one store to the brands that have 10,000 stores. And working through the channel gives us that flexibility to do that.
So that's an awesome reason right there for a company to call you. They're going to get, the solution will be here for them.
Absolutely. What I like to say is that ELO is really good at putting the puzzle pieces together.
Yeah.
So we might not have your total solution, but we have all of the partnerships with the software companies to bring that solution to whatever your needs are.
One-stop shop.
One-stop shop.
Sounds outstanding. Anything else you want to add?
We're very excited to be here, and we always appreciate the restaurant brands coming and visiting us here.
Yeah, fantastic. So you are at exhibit 6045?
6045.
NRA in the North Hall. So folks, come on down and check them out. You'll be looking at this tomorrow. When you're in Chicago, come here and give them a visit.
Absolutely. We'd love to see you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Okay.
Pleasure.
Well,
thank you.
Bye. All right. I am here with Jake at Forbes Industries. How are you, Jake?
Doing great. How are you?
I'm doing really well. So what is going on here at Forbes Industries? What is it that you've got here that you're bringing to the show?
All kinds of stuff. We make all kinds of mobile equipment for the food and beverage and hospitality industry, and we're showcasing most of our food and beverage stuff here today.
That's nice. So we see this table over here. Let's walk over there and you could explain it.
Yeah, absolutely. So what you see here is our all battery powered action station.
Okay.
We've set it up to be used for almost any situation. Basically, it's available with interchangeable tiles. So if you look over on the left side, Chef Erica is using cooking induction, hidden cooking and induction.
Yeah.
Right next to that, she has our cutting board tile where she can chop and prep everything. And then next to that, we keep a separate area for larger appliances such as the frost top right here. We can do drop-ins like hot and cold wells, you name it. We can make it happen. And like I said, what's fun about this is completely battery powered. Doesn't need to be, but if you like to be able to take it out to the 19th hole or somewhere that's a little harder to get to or somewhere that doesn't have power run already, this is a perfect option, and it just really has been doing a great job.
You don't see many frost tops around, I'll tell you that.
Yeah, no, we keep.
I love the frost top.
We like to have fun with it, for sure. We've made a lot of cool stuff.
And it's going to be a really beautiful display setup when you can put all your platters of your fresh sushi. You don't have to worry about it getting out of temp. It really keeps it nice and cold for like your dairy, like cheese and
prepared fruit.
Prepared fruit. Yeah, we're gonna do crepes one day, so we'll have some whipped cream and some fresh berries out here on the cooktop here, the frost top rather.
Awesome.
So it keeps it all nice and cold and chilled.
And so this is induction, right?
Correct.
Okay.
Correct.
So that's awesome also.
With nothing underneath, so like I said, you can see.
Yeah.
And like I said, these tiles can be pulled out and swapped on the fly, so we can change it out for like a shawarma, or you can do a carving station. We have a ton of appliance tiles that you can choose from for your looks.
Okay. That is nice. This is a wonderful piece. I love this.
Thank you much.
Yeah. Okay, let's move on to the next piece. Thank you very much.
Over here we have a front bar and back bar combo.
The front bar and back bar combo.
This is a 6-foot unit.
Okay.
Completely mobile. Again, everything we do is either on wheels or comes with a cart. So you can wheel this out wherever you need to go and put it away for storage. If you want to walk around back and show you some of the standard features, we'll generally put some kind of bumper system on there so you're not messing up your walls or the unit itself. It comes standard always with a dump sink, 2 18-inch speed rails, and then we'll put glass rack rails on either side.
Mm-hmm.
And then back here we have it paired with our Century back bar, which is an open shelf unit. Really gorgeous, great for displaying all kinds of liquors and glassware and however you want to use it. Again, this is completely mobile. Don't want to move it too much because there's glass on here, but moves around pretty easily and you can light it up. They probably need to charge the batteries, but they're battery operated lights you can install, and we can customize any of these units to fit your build, whatever you want.
So great for a portable bar experience here.
Definitely.
The whole thing.
Definitely. And we have all kinds of finishes to meet your decor needs.
Awesome. Very nice indeed. So finally, then we have this beautiful little charmer.
Oh, this is my favorite. So this is a fun project. We worked with Chris Adams, who's one of the lead. He runs drink programs over at Marriott, and we got to interview him, and he kind of we gave him a wish list of, if you had your wish list, what would you put in a tiny little space? So he gave us his list, and this is what we turned it into. Now I'd like to show you around.
Yeah.
Come on over here. So this is set up. This is set up for mixology, and we can go kind of from the top to bottom. We have 2 ice bins on either side, removable, so you can swap them out on the fly, and they're divided so you can have large format, small format ice. Keep them completely separate while you're doing your mixing and shaking.
Yeah.
We have a garnish tray over here. We have 2 areas for mixology tools and your shaker. And again, another ice bin on that side. It comes with a built-in battery-operated drink rinser, so when you're done, if you're making a Manhattan for somebody and then you want to do a vodka Collins or something, you can rinse it out, you're good to go. You have a presentation platform for that aha moment or the Instagram moment, as people say, right?
Yeah.
Right down here. This opens up for stir straws and napkins.
Okay.
Down here you have adjustable glass dividers for if you have Coopes, Collins, martini glasses, you can space them out accordingly. If you set this up in a corner, these will pull out so your mixologist isn't reaching, it just comes out right at arm's length on both sides. When you're done, push them away and wheel the cart away. Down here you have a freshwater and gray water tank, all battery operated, ready to go.
Beautiful.
So
a bartender, you ask a bartender everything what he would want in one of these guys, and what he came up with was all of these things you just
basically,
showed us.
yeah. And we put
I'm not a bartender, but it makes sense.
It's one of our favorite things here, and it gets a lot of recognition around the shows and everything.
Love this thing. It's great.
Great for ROI because again, you're given kind of a really special personal experience when you're making a drink on this cart. It's loud, people can see it and they hear it, and it makes everybody else want to come up and get theirs too. So
that is awesome. And you could put a popcorn cart right next to it because it kind of would be a fit. This has that classic look to it with the wheel down here.
Definitely.
You can just wheel this thing around. And
we have 5 different styles of these carts and 3 different trim levels. We have them all set up in a good, better, best format.
Yeah.
And this is the best right here that you're looking at. So
this is hot.
I really appreciate it.
I really love this thing.
Yeah, we worked hard on it. So
good. Jake, anything else you want to add before we go?
That's about it. Thank you so much for joining us.
I appreciate it.
Thanks a lot. Have a good one.
You too.
Take it easy, guys.
Bye. I'm here with Peter Camps at Heineken. How are you, Peter?
Oh, I'm extremely well. Doing well.
Looks great. So let's talk. We're all familiar with the Heineken brand. I personally love Heineken Zero for the zero alcohol. I think it's the best tasting zero out there personally. That's a subjective thing. So tell us what you're bringing to the show. What's new with Heineken here today?
What's new with Heineken is the launch of Heineken Silver, right? Our biggest innovation here that we wanted to share with anybody and everybody here at the show. That is something huge for us, for our company. It's the biggest new innovation. Heineken Silver, clocks in at 4%. That's about 95 calories, 4% alcohol. That is 95 calories, 3.2 carbs.
Yeah.
Very smooth. It's a lager, a little maltiness, slight malty feel to it, but it's a very clean, crisp, refreshing, smooth finish.
Okay.
Right?
Cool.
That's our biggest innovation here.
That's the biggest one. Okay. And then you were also mentioning that you've got Dos Equis, is it? And
yeah, on the Dos Equis side, we have the regular Dos Equis lime and salt. This year, another innovation that we're launching is Dos Equis Lime and Salt Zero.
Okay.
So no alcohol there to go hand in hand there with Heineken 00. And the beauty of that Dos Equis, the launch there with Dos Equis Lime and Salt Zero, is it gives you a little bit more flavor. So it's not just a lager beer, but this one is then has the flavors of a lime and salt to it as well.
yeah, I look forward to trying that actually. So these new mixes, very interesting stuff, right?
Yeah.
And that's all pretty new with Heineken.
It's we've come from like a brand or a company selling a European Pilsner and a few other brands to a full-blown organization or company that is in the total beverage. We also have as a new launch is Dos Equis Margarita, right? Lime that we're serving here. We got Dos Equis Tequila Soda, right? Like a seltzer, has a real Blanco tequila in it. So does the Dos Equis Margarita, Blanco tequila. So all new things for us. We have the Dos Equis Michelada. I mean, lots and lots of new things, to play in that segment.
Yeah, you've come a long way since I visited the Heineken Brewery in Amsterdam back in 1976 or something. Fantastic time.
Yeah.
Back in the day. So, well, great. So, sounds like you've pretty much run through everything here.
That's Heineken 00.
That's the 00.
This is the Heineken Silver.
That's the Heineken
And then
Silver.
we'll get you or share with you here momentarily some of the other flavors, and especially Dos Equis Zero.
Zero, yeah,
first.
fantastic. Okay, so that'll do it, right?
Thank you.
Okay, thanks, Peter.
Thank you. Let me get you some.